Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm currently loading up Clip Studio Paint. Time to find us some cool. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go along. We're gonna continue with the Halloween themed music. Just for one thing, I know for sure that it's not copyright. Secondly, it's really, really cool. I don't know which one to pick though. I wonder if they come out any more this year. And hello, Sir J. Ben. How are you doing today? My tablet moves with me, unfortunately, but you know, it's whatever. I'm using the ARTABELINDA 1.0 model. There we go. That's the bit. Even though my tablet still moves, but it's fine. Whatever. Mad sick though. Oh no, that's terrible. Alright. I think what I'm going to actually do is I am going to start coloring this. And I'm going to select, and I'm going to invert. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. And now I invert like layer. Where's, oh, there we go. And then I can come down here. And since we're going to go with a deep dark cherry red, like kind of like this color. Okay, well, it has no desire to do anything, so we're gonna deselect. Yeah, that's what I thought. See, why is it being this way? I'm sure it has something to do with something that I've done. Why will it not? It really does not want to. At all. Dang it! I was hoping I could get around that. There shouldn't really be any, like, disconnects here, though. You know what I can do, though? Okay, and then I have a new pencil. I just have to find it. Yep, that wasn't it. Erase reference edge. Okay, it does work. No, it only works somewhat. Dang it. Okay, so some of these it works for, and then some of it doesn't. Dang it. Oh, I see where... I see. Difficulties. Come here. Come here. You right here. For some reason, did not get close. It's not close at all. So maybe everything else should have been I love this. It's so cool. Dang it. Still gonna have to like erase along some parts, I guess, but because it like obviously gets super confused by all the branches. And I'm actually not gonna line this throne. I'm going to, I'm gonna just like color it. And now that I have it colored in, I'm going to work on like the background. I'm just gonna like do the background. I usually do the opposite, but. And even if I don't get this in time to like take it to Comic-Con or whatever, I thought it would be like a really cool thing if I went and I got, you know, a card made out of it from MTG Builder. Dang it. Talking and doing stuff at the same time here. Because I actually do. I did buy the Dragon, and that's what I was gonna like base the card off of. And so you know, if I play with friends, who cares? Who wouldn't want to have a Magic the Gathering card based off them? I don't think many people would like, you know, balk at the opportunity. I know I couldn't use tournaments or anything official, but I don't do anything. Lord, I'm gonna have to go through and fill in a lot of these spots. As I keep going over my lines. That erase up to reference line worked wonders, though. I'm telling you. Yes, it does. No. I think it's because maybe it's a little bit too big, so maybe if I just close. Oh my god, it was like so close there. I think it was just too big of a spot right there, because this is working out pretty good. Dang it. Aha. Yeah, it's working out pretty nice. It's like missing some pieces, but it's alright. I don't need it to be too perfect because I'm not using lines anyway. Dang it. Sometimes if I scrub a little bit too hard, it doesn't like it. I was late starting stream today because I did some errands technically for work and for Cynthia's needed a respirator, and of course I got the wrong one, so I'll have to go back. But that's the reason why I ended up running a little bit late. And also, like, Lowe's had a sale on mums. Some of the mums were 50% off. I am, if you cannot tell by my color palette, you know, currently I'm a model. I am a fall aficionado. I love everything fall. Fall colors, fall everything. So, of course, cannot turn down the opportunity to get 50% mums. I got one of every color. I got a red one, and I got a yellow one, a bright yellow one, and I got an orange one, and I got a red one. And then, of course, my boss is like, oh, they have mums for 50% off. So then I had to get her some mums, and I got her just like ginormous thing that is huge. It's massive. It's bigger than I am around. So that is a lot. It's really big. All right, so now I'm going to make sure that all this is fine. I don't want any lines. Actually, I'm just going to go and turn this off and just make sure all of this is done. You know, I need shadows for everything, so I want to make sure this is in like an actual silhouette. And not anything else, because I am going to need it. Except for that part. Normally, like, I would go through this, not doing like the turning everything off and we're doing the silhouette thing, but I'm actually really surprised that it filled in this other part without leaving any lines. For some reason, like right over there. Alright, so now that I have all that done, we got some just outside the line, but I think that'll add to it a little bit, I think. We're gonna turn this back on. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a gradient. in the back. Let's see. I do want it to be a stone color, so we're gonna put background, we're gonna put a lighter gray. Oh no, wait, we want a darker gray, a lighter. Perfect. But now I need another one though. Oh wait, it's gotta go on top. Ah, there we go. Wait a minute. Oh, that's why. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty straight across. Okay. Be nice if I can add a gradient from here down, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Well, I guess what I can do instead is like take this. And we're gonna take airbrush. And then airbrush this way. And this will be the corner. And then we're gonna take it in. And just a straight line across there. We might add some fog anyway, so. I know it's gonna be dark under here. I have no idea where the lighting is gonna be yet, but we know that that's probably gonna be a thing. And then I need some opulence in here, so we're gonna use some dark gold. We'll probably let's make it dark. Yeah, but let's do it in a marker so I actually have a hard edge. Because, you know, we're gonna have some curves. Alright, we're gonna use clipping on here. This time we're gonna clip it. There we go. And now I can't go over my edge. I always forget to do that. Not always, but you know. When I'm just like trying to paint like super fast. And I'll probably blur the background also. Pick up the spray again, and I'm just gonna perfect. And let us blur this. Where's my preview here? Hello, preview. Come on. Where you at? Come on, why you no work? Okay, maybe if I do it this way. There we go, okay. Now if I undo it. Oh my god, why won't it preview anything? Okay. It did it for like a second, and now it's not doing it again. Oh my lord. It's struggling today. I mean, that's too much. Come on. That'll work. That'll work. Actually, I'm gonna add a little bit. I fucking love it. And it'll add a little bit of texture. Opulent. Ta-da! Okay, so actually, I kind of want to do that in the darker area too. Add some texture. There we go. Okay. Background is done. That's like the least important thing. Oh. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the pen select tool where the scrap is. Selection pen. Okay, let's go a little bit smaller here. Just until I get around the edge here. Because this is how I'm going to attempt to do that. that fabric pattern. Because I think I have a means to do it, but you know. Going to have to erase some of this selection, but I don't know. At least I think it'll work. I'm not really sure if it'll work. Never really worked with like the repeating fabrics before, fabric patterns, but we're gonna try it. Because I really like the pattern that I found, and I really don't want to like hand draw a pattern, and I wasn't going to hand draw a pattern. I was just gonna like not do anything. But you know, I am going to actually. And some of it back. There we go. Okay. So now we have a new layer. Let's see if it'll work. I'm honestly kind of digging this one. The orange goes best. Okay, here we go. I want it to be like a little bit smaller, but it's like I really, really like it being like right like that. Perfect. Now we can just like ignore that. Ta-da! And now I'm just gonna clip it here. We're gonna. What can I do? I rasterize? I'll rasterize it. Perfect. And I'm just gonna go do some forms because I am sure that there will be a little bit more shading that I have to do to this later, but I'm gonna make it look a little bit more rounded. I gotta remember which words I've used, but you know, it's always a guess. There we go. That looks very, very dragon egg shaped, actually. All right. So this is gonna be a fun time. So we're going to. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna make like a kind of like an almost gradient effect where this is in the back and this is gonna be blue. And this is gonna take it to the multiplied area. That's gonna be the edge of my seat. Darkest right here, and then I'm just gonna erase some stuff, okay? And as it gets to the top, and this will also be below. And like I said, I'm just gonna erase parts that I don't want in a second. This will just give me an idea of where I want things to be. And I'm gonna need some other places, but I also don't want to spend like too much time on this. Like obviously all these parts are not gonna be blue. I'm actually gonna have to color those in. Then I'm just trying to make it easier to do all the rest of the stuff later. I want over here to be a little bit less darker. In that middle part here. I just wanted to gently erase some of this area. Nope, that's too big of a brush. Alright, that's all still gonna be like super dark there. Basically what I want is for part of this to be very shaded, and then part of it to not be so shaded. So bigger. I feel like this throne is going to take me just as long to do as the character itself. Which is why it's probably not going to be ready for comment. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this week's schedule because I do have to work longer on Sunday next week. So, and I like, you know, need the hours / money. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're dealing with. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or if I would like to do an early Saturday morning stream. But I've never done a morning stream. It'd be like 10 to 1 or something like that. And replace that with art. Because I think I'm still gonna do an art class Saturday evening, so of course Saturday evenings no longer work for me. It's a schedule, so there is that. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good so far. It's a good start. So we're going to over the S&P. About 20%. And I think I'm just going to start. We're going to do a clipping layer. I think. I need to add some. Too bad I don't have any parts. Now I might be able to use hair and fur though. So I should set this to a multiply also. Just because like this hair and fur brush is actually like very like streaky. I think if I just follow the curves, I can make it very look really nice. Maybe. We're gonna try it out. And then I'll probably do the same thing for some highlights. I think that's working out pretty well. I don't mind this kind of texture. Yeah, I think it's working out pretty well. And I want some short lines, and some longer lines, and branches. I know you can't really see all of them, but that's okay. Might be able to later. I might like erase parts of this. Or not, because like this part really doesn't matter a whole lot. It's gonna be under my fat ass, so. I like how the pressure on this pen determines like, how much of a big streak it is. I can leave like a big streak, or I can leave a little streak. It's all up to me because I control it. And I'm gonna have to go with these a little bit more. I'm gonna have to make these a little bit more. Fuck do I say? Solid. Yeah, hard. I don't know. Something. Words are lost. I'm concentrating. No words, only think, draw. I'm just gonna take my knitted marker. And just tighten up these edges. Means I'll probably have to like blend them out a little bit. I can always blur that out. Because I have blending tools at my disposal. Every time I like shrimp real close to the screen, my model starts freaking out. Like you can see her jumping up and down at the corner of my eye. It's hilarious. No, Sonny, you can't come in here. It is not time. It is not time for your drama TV show. No. I love you, but no. You're messing up my groove. You're messing up the vibes, man. Alright, he left. He can come back when it's time for Final Fantasy. If there's even Final Fantasy. I might be so in the zone today that we might even skip Final Fantasy. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to have to go a little bit smaller in here for this one. Probably should have just been doing smaller the whole time, but you know. I'm just trying to make some shadows and defined edges. That's all I want. Why are you back in here again? You cannot be up here. He's just gonna sit behind me, like, you know, innocently looking up, like, oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm not. He's just gonna be like, I is not doing nothing. Sonny, you know what kind of people say they didn't do nothing? They're criminals, Sonny. This is breaking and entering. No. Do not see. Look, I knew you weren't just like innocently sitting behind me. You are preparing a sneak attack. Rude. I probably need that. So just a little bit more and then blend it out some, but since I'm blending it out, it doesn't really matter a whole lot. It doesn't matter how messed up it is, because I'm just going to be blending out the edges. I'm going to make it bigger. My edges are a little bit bigger. That is too big. The only thing I don't like about the Millipen is like its speed is very slow. Because like when you try to just be like this, it's like, nah. You see, like I make big movements and it just makes small movements instead. The Millipen is the lazy pen. It doesn't like to move fast, just slow. Which works for me most of the time because when I'm using the Millipen, it's because I'm filling in something small. And then I don't care that it has a tapered end. Almost there. Then I can just blend out the rough edges. Because now we're getting to the part where I had to erase a lot. And we got real fuzzy. But I think doing this will make it look like so much better. And then I'm gonna take my painterly blender and I'm gonna just maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit less color correct. Just about perfect. It gives me a hard edge one way and then soften the outside. Yeah. You know what? Just to give my mind a switch 'em up, we're gonna reverse this. Instead of going the same way that we went with the marker, I'm gonna go the opposite way. Just so my brain thinks that, hey, we've switched it up. We're doing something new. Because when my brain starts to think we aren't doing something new, that's when I start to mess up. Because that's just when I start, like, you know, drifting away in the brain. We don't want my brain drifting away today. We need it to do the art and the content. That's how I end up like messing up on like sewing like all the time. That's why I hardly ever sew anymore. My dragon brains the shit out of sewing. And what happens is I'll just be like sewing happily along. And then all of a sudden I'll realize that I put the damn thing on back. I do that all the time with like things like and stuff. And like it's awful. It's like once my brain just thinks that we're doing something like monotony, then like it just like goes into autopilot, and sometimes autopilot is not a good thing, okay? Like I autopilot while driving, but like it's a weird thing. Like it's like my brain knows when I need to come back to reality to deal with the situation. It's like, hey, brain, we need you to come back. There's a car. And like, it don't even have to be something serious. It just, you know, has to be something, you know? I'm like literally just doing the outside of these edges. So I will have a nice hard edge on one side and a nice blended out edge on the other side. Not too much. And then I can blend that part out a little bit farther. Some of these places are already like so dark I really don't need to like worry too much about it. This part I didn't have enough. This part I just had itty bitty markers. It was just not enough. Because I just need a nice strong line. Especially like right up here where this like shadow starts to blend in with the the rest of it. And we will have to like blend in the rest of that up there, but I'm not too worried about that right now. Because this is all like, this right here is just like foundation shade. Like, oh, where's the light gonna hit? So it's the darkest area. And then I have to do the rest of it. So this is just like, you know, it's gonna be lighter on the top. This area is lighter. This area is darker. Yada, yada, yada. Alright, we made it back around. I'm gonna just blend out these edges a little bit with more of my painterly brush. Also take this part off and see what it looks like. Yeah. I like it. Okay. So far, so good. I'm actually gonna merge these two together now. I'm gonna merge all these together. I like to merge things as I go, just to like make sure that, you know, so I think I actually want a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more. I'm gonna have less brush. Because like brush density will also like take it away. Because when I get smaller, like it seems like it gets even harder. And I don't want necessarily to take away all of it. I just want to take away part of it. Because I want you to be able to see this thing. I don't want it to be like a whole lot. And I think I did better on the other side. I'm trying to. And I may just have to like shade these parts separately, I guess. A little bit more. Oops, too far. Because I just want these to stand out just a little bit more now. Of course, I shouldn't want them to stand out like too much because, like I said, this is a darker area. But I think adding in like a few like pieces here and there will probably work out for the best. Right now you can't see any of these edges. Right in here. It's all just a little bit. Oh yeah, that looks good. I really like how that looks right now. Alright. So now what I'm gonna do is we've added the texture. We're gonna add some highlights now. A little bit more red. We're gonna keep the hair and fur right here. Because now what we're gonna do is we're gonna raise some texture. And we're not gonna add so much down here because it is darker. Just like on this upper side here. And it's gonna go in. I have to be careful because I don't want to cover up too much of the dark parts that I did. Up here is where I need sharper. Oh, I picked the painterly blender. That's why it's not really working. I was like, wait a minute, why is this like darkening thing instead of lightening them up? Alright, we're looking better here. I think I'm gonna go with like a lighter color now, and like a smaller size. And up here towards this one, a little bit of gloss. Like a little bit of a glossy effect here. A little bit of shine texture. Because I think I'm gonna have the light come down, but I'm also gonna probably have like braziers around. Braziers. I just read books, okay? I don't talk. Although to be fair, okay, I understand why like English people have such a hard, you know, like new English language speakers have a hard time, and you know, figuring out English language because you have documents. Oh hey! Oh, my alerts aren't working again. It's a polter raid! Woo! Polter! It's a pot raid! Pot raid! Hello, Poltervine! Long time no see! Thank you, everybody! For those of you who are new, I am ARTABELINDA, a Variety Dragon streamer, and I like to do things like draw and play games. Right now I'm drawing a throne, so I can sit me on it. Aw, thank you! Thank you, Amy! Final raid for a while since I'm moving soon. No! You're moving! Well, I guess that should be a good thing, right? Is it a good thing or a bad thing that you're moving? And you were playing the mortuary assistant? As long as you're not moving to prison. Yeah, don't move to prison, Walter. You're supposed to be like a detective or some shit. I don't know. I'm going to Texas with family. Well, I mean, I guess that means you're one step closer to Brogath and I. Only by about like another 24 hours. But anyway. So, is this like a good thing? Or are you just gonna miss where you live? Or what? Also, how is mortuary assistant? I've never heard of that, but it sounds like something that I would probably like. Is it like a spooky haunted game? It probably is, knowing you. And this time of the month. And not highlight texture. I'm gonna miss Puerto Rico, but I'm moving because I have to for economic reasons. Yeah. That's always a rough choice. We've been in that situation a few times almost, where we've had to consider whether or not we wanted to move away from this area because of the fact, you know, there's nothing here. Like, literally, like, no jobs, no anything. So yeah, totally understand. I would have expected Texas to be a lot more expensive. Well, I don't know. If it's anything like here, Puerto Rico probably just doesn't have a lot of opportunities. You know, because around here is cheap if you can find a place to work regardless. Yeah, Texas is a really big place. Yeah, so better jobs. That's the same as it is around here too. Like a lot of people, a lot of young people. I think we lose. See, in Appalachia, we probably lose about 5% of our population a year. So, like, you know, whatever our population was in like 2024 and 2025, we'll lose another 5%. Dang, that is like I think teachers in this area actually make more. Our town isn't as bad. We only lose 2% of the population. That's because like we live in the bigger town. Like, ooh, bigger town. Big fucking deal. Anyway. Oh no, I messed that up. Do not do that. Wait a minute. What the fuck am I doing? There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna add... Let's see. I'm just gonna stay with this. We only lose 2%, but at the same time, we're starting to jobs. And that is very problematic for a lot of people. Oh no, wait. It'll be fun. Because, like, we lost so many labor jobs. It's really rough. I think I might have to soften this edge up a little bit. Or make it darker and blend in. I think I might have to do that. I don't know. Let me look at it before here. I mean, that's not bad. That's still probably better. Shadow these edges a little bit. We're not like quite softening them up, but we're just kind of like blending them away. Kind of like giving them a rounded edge look. Yeah. Yeah, basically Appalachia is another country, you know. They're pretty bad, yeah. Although our houses are still like really expensive. So it's kind of fucking wild though. Like nobody wants to move here and people still expect to get $500,000 out of their like house. And I'm like, nope. I'm like, sorry, it's not happening. Because they're also leaving. You know, like all the people that have money are leaving. Because there's just not any opportunity here, so. What do you do? Yeah, that blends in a lot. I'm lucky that I have the job that I do because there's still some small businesses. I mean, it's a very, like, idyllic location. Like, very pretty. The prettiest views you could ever dream of. And just, like, nothing here. Nothing here but the trees and the mountains. And the wildlife. Ah, thank you, Poulter. And yeah, they insist on buying them up at market rates. I think there's still like people who live in there's like a locally owned mall, and I think people live in North Carolina from there, and they still like they like charge out the wazoo for it. Yeah, basically. If we had our jobs anywhere else for the amount that we wouldn't be making it. We wouldn't be able to have the jobs we have. Okay, this part looks really, really good. I just gotta not fuck up the rest of it. I don't know what part they should work on next. I guess maybe I'll work at the top. That'd probably be the best idea. I think I'm gonna put everything in separate layers. I'm just gonna keep making multiply layers. And oh, that's oh Lord. Okay, those are gonna have to stay where they're at. It's fine. Yeah, we would. Well, also, we didn't even buy the place that we're in currently. You know? Somebody else bought it, and we happened to be the beneficiaries of it, more or less. Got the things in the front, so we have the shading area that way. So we totally get it, Poulter. We totally understand where you're coming from. Not many people do, because, you know, they're like, oh. And, like, a lot of people will say, like, oh, why don't you just move if it's so bad? Yeah, if we had the money, we could. But that's another thing about it, is, you know, getting the money to move. Which is also a difficult task in and of itself. Because it happens to cost money to move. Well, hopefully it won't be too bad. And maybe you could still keep up with social media and maybe make some TikToks still. I mean, I think that would be doable. That way, so you can still, like, keep up with people that you miss and everything while you're moving. And you can keep up with what everybody's doing. Yeah, it's definitely very difficult. But hopefully it all goes well and smoothly. Especially going such a long way. I don't know exactly how long of a way it is. But hopefully it doesn't take you too long. And it goes smoothly. Like a 4-hour flight. Well, that's not too bad. I mean, I kind of just assumed that you were driving though, because I've never taken an airplane anywhere. I'm a dragon, so I just fly anywhere. But also, like the only places I've ever been, I've needed to drive to. So even when I went to Vermont, we went because of the fact that we were doing animal transports, so we couldn't just hop on a flight. Couldn't hop on a flight, so just like turning this off and checking every once in a while, make sure that we're dark enough, that we got enough contrast from here to there. And we still look good. Trying to make high points and low points. Things in between. So you're just going around the edges. I'm cheating a little bit. And by cheating, I'm not really cheating because this is another way to color. Some people would say it's cheating, just doing the edges and then leaving the rest. But you know. Who listens to those kind of people anyway? Bye, Poulter. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope to hear from you soon. Don't be a stranger. Bye. Okay. There's that. Right in here. Looks like it's fine. Oh no. There we go. I was like, no, I lost it. Oh man, I'm starting to get like really hungry, guys. Super hungry. It's only been 4 hours since I ate though. Dragon appetite. Insatiable. We are, in fact, creatures of green. Cannot avoid such a fate. And I'm doing my best to like add in some like other shading so it looks cool, like, you know, like knobbly branches. You can't see me waving my hand because, you know, I don't have hand tracking, but I'm waving my hand in a wave motion. I just thought you should be aware of that I'm trying to do that, and like I just forgot that I can't do that. Oh Lord. It's been a really long day. Actually not too bad. At work I got to work on my Demon Slayer watercolor art, which is always nice. It's also probably one of the reasons why I will never leave this job. Just because when it's time for me to caregive, I can just hang out and do watercolors. It just depends on what my person needs that day. If they want to be super chatty, if they just want to have quiet time. Today my person decided that they wanted to listen to just some music with some earbuds, so we just went with that. The house isn't usually quiet because of the kids, so. All he wanted to do was stay in. And like, we don't go anywhere anyway, because it takes like half an army to get him up and out. So, we don't worry about it too much. Unless, he's really feeling up to it. Which usually by Sunday, he's not. Usually by Sunday, he'd rather just like sit in and sleep the day away. Trying not to get over here in these branches, but I would like to have this a little bit more. No, I don't like that. Okay. We're looking good over here. I think I can do with a little bit more shading right up here, just to make it a little bit more interesting. Visually interesting. Same thing right here. What we're going for. Visually interesting. And yes, I totally remembered to use the symmetry tool. I found it again. I had to go looking for it, but I did in fact find my symmetry tool. I'm very happy that I relocated where it was. I accidentally deleted it, and that's what happened, and then I couldn't find it to bring it back because I wanted to use it one time, and I'm like, you know what, I should definitely use the symmetry ruler, and then it went away, and I was like, Oh shit. And like, I was very upset for a really long time because I couldn't figure out how to bring it back to life. Oh, it's only okay. I forgot that I had erased it on the other side, so now I have to go back and erase it on this side. It doesn't matter too much that they're like, you know, not the same. They do matter some that they're the same. It's really hard to just try to just catch the edges there. Because I don't want to make them too dark. But I also want like a little bit... They also look a little bit sharper, I think, when you make them that sharp. I'm not even going to really worry too much about making the shading the same on the sides. Like, I'm going to try to, but like, I think a little bit of differentiation will be a lot better. Should make that really, really dark. Same for like right in this area. Sweet. Okay, now we can go back down to the hair and fur, and then we'll do the same thing that we did here and add in some wood grain. This time I'm gonna add some knots and stuff in some places, and I'm not even really gonna bother getting down into the dark area because you're not really gonna see it. So where there is lighter areas, we are going to go ahead and do the bark. I like this hair and fur for the bark because for one thing, I don't have a bark brush. Two, it adds like a streakiness that you can find in bark too, I feel like. So hopefully it just doesn't really look hairy. Because I think I like the way that it looks. And also from like a little bit farther away, it's not too bad. And it doesn't really look like it. Alright, so I think instead of playing like Final Fantasy, I think I'm gonna make it a little bit different here. Haha. I think I'm gonna continue to draw because my hand is feeling pretty okay for now. And I would really like to, like, you know, get this throne done. I mean, I know we're probably not gonna get it done today because that was the original goal. I went too detail oriented on it. It's fine. Better to be detail oriented and not have like any details at all. That's usually what I lack, is I usually get tired of doing things and then I'll be like, we can skip details. This is really looking good the more I spend more time on it, so that's always my problem, is not spending enough time on things. So for some reason I have no problem, like in real life, just like busting out a painting in like no time at all. But then I do have a problem with doing details here. Like I have no problem doing details in real life with a painting. Not a problem at all. Just like, you know, and watercolor, you don't really need a whole lot of detail because, you know, watercolor. Although with the Demon Slayer art, I think I'm going to incorporate pencils with it because I think it'll look better with like some pencils. Instead of just doing watercolor and then like trying to like darken up some areas with watercolor, because I'm probably going to fuck it up if I do that. And it's so far, it's looking pretty good. I've done everybody's skin, and right now it looks a little bit dark, but that's because, you know, you see it on the white background. But, you know, it looks pretty good so far. It is going to take me a while to do it. But I'm going to take some time to do it this week because I would really, really like it for it to be done for Comic-Con. So I can sales it. Because otherwise, it might be hard to sell online. Because it's a 9x12 watercolor and everything else. I might be able to sell it like pretty good online, but Comic-Con would like be the place to do it, so I'm just gonna sell. I got some original art to sell also, and my stickers, of course. Some of these highlights are too bright. There we go. Yeah. Look at that throne. I totally forgot about my idea to put flowers on it. But I can add flowers later. I have like several flower brushes. I like it. I like that I did the right before they did it. This music is starting to rub off on me, I think. It's funny. Anyway. You know, I really ought to just go make a new layer above everything where I can just put this as a marker. Because this is actually... Yeah, because I think that's the color we're looking for here. All the time. You probably won't like it if I do that, I think. I like how I also say I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it, and here I'm spending like a whole, like, 2 hours on it. Oops. I'm gonna need to erase like some of this later. Need to pull down where the front needs to be darkened also. And we need smaller. Not that. Not that. Now my left eye's watering. No, not Lich Dragon. Just regular animal. On a throne. Alright, so I'm gonna take a hard brush here. Go right along the edge. Away the part that I don't want shadowed. It needs to be like literally straight across. Like this done. No, yeah. Alright, now I'm just going to add some highlights, which we're just going to add in the back here. I'm just going to put things in the front. It's going alright. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep these same layers. Over here. I'm gonna have to erase that part. I don't know how I missed that earlier, but I did. Okay. Back down to the hair and fur and the straw. Barky details. Short, long. Oops. Wrong layer. Decided it was easier to just do this. Alright, so some things I think I'm gonna keep on the same layer. So like I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this part on the same as this yeah, I guess on the same layer as this layer up here, because these are all different layers. Well, that's too bad. COVID does suck, I suppose. Alright. Lid. Okay, so I am gonna pick this one. Actually, I guess I need to do this layer. So I'm gonna do this layer. Okay, maybe I just what I'm gonna need to do here. Need a best question. Yeah, maybe I ought to do the part. Yeah. I was like, why is my multiply looking good? Yeah. Like, it can be like 2 weeks before you see symptoms, but... On the other hand, if you don't have symptoms, then, unless you have like a fever, you don't really need to worry about it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blend that in. Let's see how. You know what? We're gonna do a modeler, but so friggin' small. You know, see that small of a detail anyway. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah. I don't want the inside to be like too dark, but I think I might switch to the model brush as I go, just so I don't forget. Is drawing all of this going to be a pain? Yes. Will it look better? Also. This is going to make it look like the design is ingrained into the throne. So that piece the way it is. Okay. Forgot about doing just the edges because of the fact that that one was so small, I just let it go. Yeah. I'm glad I found this filigree pattern because it's so freaking pretty. And it'll look really, really pretty when I get it all colored in. I think it's actually going to work really, really well with looking like it's actually part of the wood. And I'll still have to make wood grain texture, but... And then I'll have to do the same thing on the other side. That's like... That is the bee's knees right there. Doing the marker and then doing the modeler brush is just fantastic. Then it looks like it's been like burned into the wood, and then there's like, you know, still some lightness there. And part of these I'm obviously gonna have like a really hard time just doing. Fucking making straight lines. As always, because I can't make a straight line like the same way. And apparently I can't really with this tool either because this is definitely not a straight line, but it's fine. So with a lot of these curves, we're just gonna have to do it this way. Do what we can. Obviously, a lot of these are not going to really do edges around very well. We're still gonna blur it though. Maybe just like a little bit. just to kind of soften it up. I have no idea what layer I kept turning off, but it was not the one I wanted. For sure. A little bit darker over here, I think. Excellent. And then I have a little bit more that I want to do on this side before I move over to the next side. I gotta do the wood grain and everything, and I gotta make some highlights in this area. There was a Badoop, but I guess the Badoop didn't mean anything. I'm hoping so. OBS is still running. Everything is still running, so I don't want the Badoop Badoop was, but... I already forgot that I wasn't doing the inside, but it's fine. It's on the edge anyway. I like that a lot, and now we gotta make a hard edge. Bam. I mean, we'll end up working more on this later. Well, I guess we'll save that for later. I do need to like darken this area up a bit. So I'm gonna do that with my airbrush again. So this actually does stand out a little bit more than it does currently. Like it should be like really, really dark right here. I definitely needed a harder line right there than I had. We are getting somewhere. I still am gonna shade that part, but like I wanted it to be more. Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay, so now we can go through and I'm going to turn it this way. And what we're going to do is I'm going to back to the multiply layer. And we're going to do the hair thing again. Hair first. I like the hair and fur for like the tree lines because I feel like, you know, it's like a very nice texture. Doesn't have, and like the heavier that I use it, like the more like stand out the line. Now what I'm gonna do is and just like very, very soft. to make some shadows. And then I'm gonna come up here to the highlight. I'm gonna do the hair thing again, because I feel like the hair thing actually makes the highlights better. Even though I'm gonna have to get like rid of the highlights eventually. Not like get rid of them, but kind of like mostly cover them up, because you know, my hand might be here. I have a hand here. So I'm just going up, just kind of like adding a little bit of highlight just to the upper portion of the design here. I think that'll also like give it like a big like, oh, this is like totally 3D. That looks great. We only gotta do it 3 more times. 3 more times. We're gonna keep it on these same 2 layers though, because I don't really want to run out of layers. So, okay, so I'm going to again make my line stronger here, not my line, but my area primed and ready to go. It doesn't matter that it's too pretty, because it's not too pretty. We're gonna do the same thing. Maybe a little bit of, not like too small. Too much. Before we move on, wobbler brush, because I will forget to come back and do it. Just have to be careful around the teeny tiny designs. I don't lose the lines. I like the lines, and I want to keep the lines. I'm gonna turn this off because I don't want to like mobbler this too much because they're thin. I still want to just add. Here we go. Chugga chugga choo choo. This illustration's gonna take me forever and a day. But it is looking really fantastic, though, I have to say. But I don't know. This is not gonna probably get done by Comic-Con unless I work on it all. And I kind of do, and I kind of don't. Because I also have other art that I should probably do. Like I have the Saja Boys that I should probably finish. And that as a print might sell well at Comic-Con. But I don't know. Like, this one as like by itself, just like looking at like the little navigation, the thumbnail, looks like fantastic. So, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. It looks really, really good. And I kind of want to take it to Comic-Con instead of Saja Boys. I'm not gonna lie. And that could also partially be because, I just don't like how the Saja Boys is coming out. I mean, I could try to do both. I wish I could just, like, straight up take my computer and tablet to work, you know. I would be allowed to do that, but I cannot. And also, I'll be too busy this week at work. So. Unfortunately, got shit I got to do. Gotta paint a room. Whole ass room. I ain't even a painter, a contractor, and I'm painting rooms. I mean, like, it's not too far of a stretch to go from painting canvases to painting rooms. There's just a lot more that goes into painting a room. Like, you gotta tape shit off and all that good stuff. But hey, I'm really good at that, so. Because I'm OCD about things being perfect. A little bit too much. A little bit of a detriment. You'll probably see that later. Like, because things are going well right now. Okay? Things are going well. I haven't had to obsess over something that didn't turn out the way I wanted to just yet. I mean, I think I did a little bit earlier, but like it wasn't too bad. Like I barely even noticed that I was doing it. But I can really tell when I'm doing it though. Like I'm just like hardcore freaking out about it. This is part of my my own art that I'm doing. Okay, so first, this time I want to do the bottom part because part does need to be done. And I think I'm gonna actually use the marker again, but a fatter marker because I want it to be a line. Oh, Lord, help me. Making lines again, straight lines. I have a line to guide my hand this time. As long as I can visualize the line going straight, I can do it. I'm just trying my best to avoid this leaf. I'm just making it smaller so I can avoid this leaf. Ah, right under the radar. And then I'm going to use a little bit bigger modeler brush that I've been using. Maybe a little bit bigger. And we're just going to blur out the hard edge here. Leave a hard edge down below. Try to be careful not to ruin my floral pattern here. I think I'm going to have to just a little bit. We're going to have to smooth just a tad. I have no idea why I actually did that there, but I guess I did it there. So it's not going to actually smudge my floral detailing. Hooray, hurrah. Although I do need to leave that a little bit more like that. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up now because I'm going to later. There we go. Looks a whole lot better. Gonna even airbrush it a little bit. Alright, so now I can go back to this multiply layer and do the hair fur again. It's like my favorite part of doing this part. It's just like randomly adding these lines. And then add some wavy lines, like slightly wavy, slightly curved lines. Doesn't matter because it's tree bark. As long as there are lines, it doesn't really matter. And as long as they don't really intersect. I have like multiple lines just lined up here. A little bit of a cherry red because this is what it's supposed to be, because cherry is my favorite type of furniture wood. Oh, we're on multiply, huh? Make everybody dizzy for a second. Up top. Just like strategically place a few highlights. I went a little bit too far in there. It's taking us like an hour to do like these few things. Actually, it's taking us half an hour to do 2 of them. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. Alright, for this next part, we're gonna hop over to the other side and do the same thing. We might as well keep going on the same 2 layers here because I will totally mess up. Alright, this one. Okay, where do I find this one? Right there. Part earlier. That's to clean that up though. Like the parts that I want to be more detail oriented are going to get a little bit shaved off here. I had to think about that one really hard before I did that one. Forward undo. Oh, that's what that layer was. I was wondering the entire time what that layer was. Going in here and making all this darker. Alright. Time to do it again. We went down to like 2. Okay. We're gonna do it this time. I think it was like almost a 2, but not quite a 2. I mean, it was almost a 3, but not quite a 3. Either this one was smaller. I bet this one was smaller. Ah. I made these different sizes. Oops. It's fine. You can barely even notice until you get a color in. And you're like, something feels off. Or maybe it's because I'm using a large thing. I don't know. See if it still looks good. Yeah, it's good enough. I think it might be 2.5. Phew, almost done with this one. Or at least this part anyway. The other parts are a whole lot easier and take way less concentration. Looks pretty good. I think I do need to go ahead and right there a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna have to like do something for now. Anyway. Kind of did the bottom like this. Okay. Get in. Oop. Did that on the wrong layer though. Still did. And now it's time for the hair and fur again. I almost forget every time to go up a layer. darker. Hard to see it. I probably need to go through and like bomb or flush some of those in a little bit. I'm just gonna go in and fix some of these because I didn't want any of the light lines to show through there. We're looking pretty good, pretty good. And next one. Okay, so we're gonna go down here. We gotta fix shit again. Go down a little. Oh, nice. Go down a little bit lower. All right. Let's get to it. When this is done, I'll call it quits for the night. And I have to go decide what I want to do about this week because I won't be streaming on Sunday. I'm gonna have to decide on another weekday night stream or early Saturday morning. Make sure we're still doing this right, even though I've done it like 3 times now. Still gotta make it look good. Can't get like monotonous with it, or else my brain will go wee. And we don't want Dragon Brain going wee, because then nothing ever happens. Things do not go well. also see what this looks like. I think that looks pretty good. I really like this like little border. It's really cool. I don't know who it's by because I done forgot. But I like it. If you have Clip Studio Paint, definitely check it out. It's been such a good little pattern for me to just like design with. I know I didn't do a line art thing, but I'm basically coloring in it. And I'm coloring it in the way I do, so I can use the modeler brush in the middle, and it can have like, you know, it can kind of look like it's been burnt into it a little bit. Because that was the whole effect I wanted. After realizing that I was not about to just line all these things that I made, so. Like, that was not happening. Hopefully when I do go to work on it, like the rest of this won't take as long. Like I know that this part took like forever and a day, but that was because I went full ham on the design. Great. Perfection. Now we just need to do this little part here. And I know I'm going to end up having to... Oh, wait a minute. I did the part before. That's weird. Also, I need to come down here and actually go here. And cut out there. So I want it to be sharp just like all the others. Darken up that area a lot. Okay. We used a marker last time for this one. I'm gonna use like 4. There we go. And we're gonna increase the size of the modeler brush. And it's almost like having an airbrush, except for you keep that hard line. They just completely got rid of it. I'll add it back. There we go. And I think I'm actually gonna a little bit more shadows. sure I did that to the other side. Yeah, I actually did it a little bit bigger. Where the fuck am I at? There we go. Okay, and now we're going to turn it over again. Because it is time for the hair and fur brush again. Time to texturize. Most of the time you can't even see these lines, but if you can see them, I'm just going to mildly brush them away. Alone. Alright, it's looking fantastic. Alright, so this is where I'm going to head off for the night. It is 7 o'clock. It is time for me to go to eat some dinner. Ad break ends in 20 seconds. But anyway, this is the progress that I have made on my throne, me being on my throne art. I've got basically the top 3/4 of it done. When I stream again for ARTABELINDA, whatever day, I'm going to work on the bottom part. And then we'll finally be able to put me on there. Hooray! So this is my progress for this ARTABELINDA Sunday. Looking really good here. Alright, but I'm going to head off for the evening. I hope you all have a wonderful evening and a good end to your weekend. And I will see you guys, I don't know, either tomorrow or Tuesday. But have a good night.